Designing and implementing a Microsoft Azure AI solution. AI-102 exam updated questions are the best material for you to test all the related skills. Share some updated Microsoft AI-102 exam questions here. 1. You use the custom vision service to build a classifier. After training is complete, you need to evaluate the classifier. Which two metrics are available for review? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Note: each correct selection is worth 1 point. Choose 2. A. Recall. B. F-score. C. Weighted accuracy. D. Precision. E. Area under the curve. AUC. 2. You are developing a solution to generate a word cloud based on the reviews of a company's products. Which text analytics REST API endpoint should you use? A. IceyPhrases B. Sentiment. C. Languages. D. Entities, recognition, general. 3. You are developing a new sales system that will process the video and text from a public-facing website. You plan to notify users that their data has been processed by the sales system. Which responsible AI principle does this help meet? A. Transparency. B. Fairness. C. Inclusiveness. D. Reliability and safety. 4. You are training a language understanding model for a user support system. You create the first intent named GetContact Details and add 200 examples. You need to decrease the likelihood of a false positive. What should you do? A. Enable active learning. B. Add a machine-learned entity. C. Add additional examples to the GetContact Details intent. D. Add examples to the none intent. 5. You are building a language understanding model for an e-commerce platform. You need to construct an entity to capture billing addresses. Which entity type should you use for the billing address? A. Machine-learned. B. Regex. C. Geography v2. D. Pattern.any. E. List. 6. You need to enable speech capabilities for a chatbot. Which 3 actions should you perform? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note: each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Enable WebSockets for the chatbot app. B. Create a speech service. C. Register a direct line speech channel. D. Register a Cortana channel. E. Enable cores for the chatbot app. F. Create a language understanding service. 7. You are building a bot on a local computer by using the Microsoft Bot Framework. The bot will use an existing language understanding model. You need to translate the language understanding model locally by using the Bot Framework CLI. What should you do first? A. From the Language Understanding portal, clone the model. B. Export the model as an LU file. C. Create a new speech service. D. Create a new language understanding service. 8. You have a collection of 50,000 scanned documents that contain text. You plan to make the text available through Azure Cognitive Search. You need to configure an enrichment pipeline to perform optical character recognition, OCR, and text analytics. The solution must minimize costs. What should you attach to the skillset? A. A new computer vision resource. B. A free, limited enrichments, cognitive services resource. C. An Azure Machine Learning pipeline. D. A new cognitive services resource that uses the sub-pricing tier. 9. You are building an Azure Weblob that will create knowledge bases from an array of URLs. You instantiate a QnAMaker Client object that has the relevant API keys and assign the object to a variable named client. You need to develop a method to create the knowledge bases. Which two actions should you include in the method? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note: each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Create a list of file DTO objects that represents data from the web job. B. Call the client knowledge base. Create a sync method. C. Create a list of QnAD2 objects that represents data from the web job. D. Create a crease-kbdto object. 10. You build a bot by using the Microsoft Bot Framework SDK and the Azure Bat Service. You plan to deploy the bot to Azure. You register the bot by using the bot channel's registration service. Which two values are required to complete the deployment? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note: each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. BOTLD. B. Tenansold. C. APPLD. D. OBJECCLD. E. App secrets.